On s'en parlait souvent aujourd'hui, hein?
Tu me fais travailler, c'est beau, j'aime ça.
All right. Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing? Great. Awesome. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Fantastic. Well, hey, I got to tell you, I almost didn't make it. I was at my sons and daughters' soccer games, and they went too long, and I'm hustling, and I'm running in here. So this is the beauty of doing a home-based business is you can make it happen. So I made it, and I'm happy to be here. Guys, my name is Ivan Sisco, and I want to welcome you to tonight's overview. And I make my home here in Shediac River, New Brunswick, Canada. And I know many of you are tuned in from all over the place. There's people here from as far as Norway and Sweden. There's people here from Africa. There's people here from the United States and Canada and Asia. So many different corners of the world. I want to welcome you all to tonight's overview. And one of the things I know that I can appreciate is time. And no one's ever beaten time. I believe it's, time is the ultimate champion. And I think it's important that we take advantage of this time. So if you're here for the first time, somebody invited you to take a look. Obviously, they think a lot of you. I'd encourage you to try to mute out whatever else you got going on and see if you can get something from this. So first of all, I have a beautiful wife. Her name's Elena. I've got 3 kids that keep me more than busy. And prior to being involved with this great profession, I used to be a school teacher. And all I ever wanted to do was teach and work with kids. That was my passion. That's all I ever thought I was going to do. And somebody introduced me to this concept of making some extra money part-time from home. And I remember, if somebody at that time in my life came to me with a business, I would not have been interested. Businesses seemed big and bulky, and I didn't understand business. It just wasn't something I was interested in. I was interested in working with kids. But somebody approached me differently. They said, Ivan, what if I could show you a way to carve out some time part-time to be able to develop an additional stream of income in and around your teaching career? And I'm like, hey, I get that. So I started putting in some time part-time, and make a long story short, this is my 17th year being 16 or 17th year absolutely full-time working from home. My wife and I both work from home today. We're both stay-at-home parents, and I can tell you the one thing I'm most proud of, it isn't the amount of income that we've made. It isn't all the places we've had to travel and the freedom. It's being able to be home with my kids every day. I can't put a price tag on that. And it's invaluable. And, you guys that have children, some of you do, some of you don't. I think we all agree that that's probably the best investment of our time. So we're incredibly grateful to be able to do that. And, so I'm going to encourage you, if you're a business owner, I encourage you to look at this from a business mind. And if you're an employee like I was, if someone were look at this in a way, how can I carve out a little bit of time, part-time? Thank you. Here's my mocha to keep me awake. I haven't slept in about a week, guys, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. But if you could carve out some time part-time without doing weird stuff and make a bunch of extra money, if that interests you, you're probably in the right place. So how do I start? Well, I don't even know what the day is. Today is Tuesday. So a week and a half ago, if somebody had came to me and, offered me another business opportunity, the answer would have been no. I'm perfectly happy with where I was. We've got something that's really been on autopilot that takes care of our family and provides for our family. And I wasn't really open to another business. And one of our partners inside of that company, about 11 to 12 months ago, he had left our company. And he gave me a call. His name's Chad. Some of you will learn who Chad is. And he gave me a call and said, Ivan, you got to take a look at what I'm doing. And I just said, Chad, you know what? I'm good. Thanks a lot. Good luck. I wish you well. And over the last 11 or 12 months, we've had a chance to watch our friends that we've known for over 10 years go from zero to over $750,000 a month. Now, I'm not allowed to make claims, but this is documented income. And it's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. but we've been sitting back and watching their story from a distance, and it's been really impressive. But in addition to that, we've had several other friends that were doing very well in other companies that also went to that company over the last year. And each time that would happen, they'd give us a call and say, Ivan, you got to take a look at this company. And I would each and every time I'd be like, good luck, guys. I wish you well. Thank you for thinking of me. And then back in February, I have a friend, his name is Mike Sims. And some of you had a chance to learn a little bit more about Mike, but I've known Mike for over 10 years as well. And Mike was with his company for 10 years. And he was earning over $1 million a year with that company. Autopilot. Hasn't done much with it the last couple of years. And he got involved with this company. So he reached out to me in February, and I was just like, thank you, Mike. Good on you. I can't imagine walking away from that kind of income, but he did it. And so some more time goes by, and here we are in May. He reaches back, and I said, I just wouldn't look. You ever hear that saying, your mind is like a parachute? It only works if it's open. My mind wasn't open. And so this happened. So I got so frustrated in a good way, seeing my friends kick butt in this company. And it was a week and a half ago, I texted Mike Sims and I texted Natita and Chad. I said, guys, I need to know what's going on in your company. And literally within an afternoon and within 24 hours of lots of conversations, we made a decision in about 24 hours to get involved with this company that I'm going to share with you tonight. And again, I'm going to ask that you have an open mind while you look at this, because my mind wasn't open. And I believe it's probably costed me millions and millions of dollars just in the last 12 months. So let's talk about where we're at and why this is so important for you, and literally why my phone is going crazy with so many people enrolling into the business right now. We're in what we call a pre-launch stage for our organization. We're actually going to officially launch August 8th as an organization with the person that invited you here. We're going to be launching August 8th, and we're just excited. And everyone just wants to get in and get going, but we've got a strategic plan to make sure that everyone creates a really great story as we launch the business. So let me bear with me while I share my screen, and I want to show you guys an overview and talk to you about why we're absolutely so excited about this company. Now, the first thing I need to share with you, and I love that the company does this, is our income disclosure. And what this basically means, guys, is that if you do no work, you're going to make no money. This is not a get-rich-quick deal. It's a real business. It takes real work. But I can tell you, it's the simplest work I've ever seen. And so we're really proud to be able to show you an incredible company that's spreading across the world right now. So let's talk about our company. Bill Gates, everyone knows that face, one of the most successful business minds of our time, certainly, and of all time. He says the secret to success in business is detecting where the world will go and getting there first. Well, guys, we're here to talk about wearable technology. And before I do, one of the things I know about this profession, I've been around it 17 years. Most of everything, and we're talking billion-dollar companies, have been redone over and over and over, whether it's the latest skincare program or the latest weight loss supplement or the latest supplement or the latest whatever it is, juice, powder, all redone. And it's been redone tens of thousands of times with a different spin, a different ingredient, a different story, coming from a different part of the world. And not that any of those amazing products are bad, but I could tell you it's so refreshing when you bring something into this massive industry that's new and fresh and hasn't been done before, and literally people are banging on our door to be part of this once they understand it. And I believe documentation always beats conversation. So don't take my opinion for anything I'm going to talk about tonight. Let's look at documentation. So some of you heard, if you pay attention, some of the major business magazines, and we think of Forbes, wearable tech market will be worth $34 billion by 2020. Well, that got my attention. Here's why. If you look at what the Wall Street Journal says, just below in the bottom left corner, you'll see in 2013, the wearable technology space did about 8 million. In 2014, it about tripled to 28 million. In 2015, it just about tripled again to 80 million. And then, of course, 2016 did over 111 million. We see a trend here of mega growth. And Forbes is saying 34 billion by 2020. Well, guys, that's 2.5 years away. Incredible. And if you look at the wearable technology, when you go into a lot of these technology stores now, whether it's Best Buy or whatever it is in your part of the world, you go in, there's now a section of wearable technology. And we're leading. The product that we have covers the biggest amount of space. So if you look at those little circles, global wearable forecast from 2016 to 2020, below, what you'll see in red, you'll see a fitness activity sports tracker. Red is the biggest of the circle. We're almost half of the circle. And then orange, which is the second biggest, is smartwatches, smartphones. Guys, this is the category that we're in. Okay, Business Insider says the end of the smartphone era is coming. And I want to brag a little bit. You know, one of the things we love about the business that we do, as long as you've got a laptop and a cell phone, you can build this business from anywhere around the world while you're vacationing, while you do the things you love. And I think more and more people are respecting the idea of not having four walls, having a building with all these employees. More and more people would love to work from their laptop and their cell phone. And, you know, I'm still a laptop guy. I'm not a techie person, but I do more stuff on my laptop than my phone. And a lot of my peers will say, well, as long as you've got a phone, you can build a global business. And it's so true. More things are being done on this than the laptop that I'm speaking to you on right now. And, you know, what's the future look like? Well, guys, it's going to be a little device. It's already happening that's on your wrist. And it's an absolute game changer. So some of you have heard of some of these products like Fitbit or Garmin, where you're able to track some things that you do. You maybe do your heart rate or some different things. And, you know, I didn't know a whole lot about these. I see some people wearing them. I just remember in Christmas time, I coached my son's hockey team. And at Christmas time, almost all the kids on the team got Fitbits. So that week after, we had to go out and get my son a Fitbit. And that's the first I've seen it. So he wears his little Fitbit. He has to charge it every now and again. Well, guys, what I'm about to show you right now is a Fitbit on steroids. And what do I mean by that? It's an absolute game changer. Well, we can monitor heart rate. We can monitor your breath rate, your mood, your energy. There's a panic button. And when I saw this, guys, I got a 7-year-old daughter. All I could think about is her to have that panic button if she ever needed me for something. And it, you know, it's a peace of mind. You know, another big space of what we are is a lot of us have elderly parents or grandparents where we're able to monitor and manage their vitals and kind of know what's going on with them. So the Guardian function, the calories, the steps, there's just so many things that we're able to do with the Hilo LX. So we're blowing away the competition. There's no real competition because we're doing so much more with what we have. And this is kind of neat. I'm not a techie person again, but from what I understand, having an open API, it allows developers to create and publish their own apps and plug them into our product. Guys, we have an app store where developers are creating all different kind of things that people can download and use. Really, really cool. But let's check out where we're going. And when I say where we're going, I'm talking very, very soon, just around the corner. We have alcohol monitoring. You know, how important is that before somebody gets behind the wheel? Blood sugar level. Everyone's talking about this and saying, you know, if this works, this is a complete game changer. Well, guys, we're in the final testing stages right now of being able to test blood sugar levels without, you know, pricking the body to get blood. And you know how many people are diabetic that have to do that several times a day. You know, fitness tracking, GPS tracking, pulse diagnostics, mosquito deterrent. Guys, this is the beginning of what we're able to do and will be able to do with this device. And guys, I'm telling you, I've talked to enough people that are using the device and people love it and swear by it. Germanium stones. Didn't know a whole lot about germanium stones, but here's what I can tell you. There's lots of science behind it. You can do your own research. The germanium stones actually go into the strap of the device. And what it's really good for is pain relief, okay? Increases your blood circulation. Of course, if you increase your blood circulation, a whole lot of things work a whole lot better, okay? So really cool. It's trendy. When people see this, and this is really a marketing play, when people see this, it's different than everything else on the market. And people are asking, what is that you're wearing? And it's really cool. And you can get the different color wristbands depending on what you want to wear. People like that. So there's a 5-pack of wristbands. But again, documentation always beats conversation. You know, just lately we've been featured on Fox News. Just this past week, we're on the Today Show. You can see that clip. I saw an awesome clip from a Jacksonville, that might even have been Fox 2 or something different, but a Jacksonville family had a little boy who has some major heart issues. And they were really concerned at night if his heart would just shut down or if he'd go to sleep and not wake up. This little boy now has the Helo on, and his parents are able to monitor or get alerts whenever his heart gets out of whack anytime. Talk about peace of mind. Get your hands on that story. I just saw that. Look at Toshiba. Some of you will see that logo there. Guys, Toshiba builds some of the hardware of our product. There's a strategic partnership we have with Toshiba. And of course, a $50 billion company like Toshiba is not going to partner with a company like us unless we were viable, unless we were the real deal. So we're pretty proud of that. Just recently, okay, and I'm talking in the last 60 days or so, there are tens and tens of thousands inside of products inside of our profession. Guys, this product has been voted the #1 product in the entire direct sales in over 100 countries around the world with tens of thousands. This product's been rated and voted by its peers as the #1 product in direct sales for 2017. Guys, this is just beautiful of what's happening as far as recognition of who we are. Let's look at some more numbers. For those of you that are numbers people, you know, some of you have heard of companies like Pebble or Jawbone or Microsoft or HTC or maybe even Sony. Guys, in a very short period of time, our first 2 quarters of this year, we just launched North America back in September, okay? And Canada shortly after. We haven't been in, you know, we've only had customer service in this company in North America for 6 months. This is how early we are here. But if you look at, we're in #4 right now. Well, guys, we've got a million units in production right now. And I can tell you this, when those units are going into the marketplace like they are right now, I believe we'll move into second place probably by the end of this year. And you have a chance to be part of that. That's what I'm excited about. Biozen. Guys, here's what I can tell you about Biozen. A lot of you have heard of the term electro smog. If you haven't heard of it, we all know. We don't think about it because we're just so busy and everyone's doing it. But having a device next to your head all day long or talking on it all the time, it's not good for us. It's called electro smog. In fact, there's documentation, and I've been told, don't quote me on this, that there's been judge rulings that actually causes cancer now. And it's all of these devices, you know, your router in your house, your laptop, your tablets, the kids are on them all the time. And one of my good friends always told me, and I don't know if he's watching this tonight, but he always said, Ivan, when you go to bed at night, don't take your phone up to your bed on the nightstand. And my wife and I, we always do it. We're guilty. We always do it and set it on the nightstand, and those frequencies are going around. So anyway, Biozone, okay, our product. You put a little Biozone on your phone, you put one on your computer, put them on all these devices, and it reduces the amount of electro smog. I can't wait to get my hands on this We're going to have them all over our house, preventative. And, you know, I want to say this. You know, when I think about the Helo, this is my new analogy of how to look at this. You know, we all buy these fancy cars. So we drive a Mercedes-Benz, and it's got all kind of lights and stuff in the dash. And, you know, one of the things is it alerts you of different things. If your oil's low, it'll alert. If your tire's low, it'll alert you. If something else does not work right, it alerts you. Guys, we have these technologies on our cars and other things, and we don't have them on our body. We had a chance to monitor the important things of our body. Wouldn't that make a lot of sense? Or monitor the people that we most care about. Guys, this is changing the way that things are done. The Infolio. This will be the first ever smartphone that has Biozen built in it. Guys, I like my iPhone. I got to tell you, I've been an iPhone person for a long time. But if I can have a product that's going to be better for my family and all of us, we're going to get the Infolios. So this is a new phone. Guys, from what everyone's telling me, the camera is like, again, I don't know what any of that stuff means that you're reading there on the screen, but I can tell you this, everyone who I show it to, like, wow, that camera is amazing. And, you know, the different things that it has and the features. It's an Android phone, but this will be the first phone, and that's launching later this year. And, you know, I had to understand that you got to understand where we can go with this. It's endless what we can do with this technology. And they've got the Hilo, the next generation done, and the generation after that done, and the generation after that done. And the cool thing is, whenever we launch a new feature, it's simply a download. In most cases, you just simply download, and now you're up and running with the latest piece. Fabio Galdi, the CEO and president. Guys, this company started in Italy, okay? These guys are from Italy. That's where they started. One thing we know about Italians, I think about Italian leather shoes, Italian suits, Italian food. Guys, Italians do things well. And one of the things you'll see here about Fabio, he's got a really impressive track record in the technology space. 2002, he was one of the first people to develop a touchscreen. I think you'd all agree, touchscreen changed the way we do all kinds of things when it comes to technology. In 2005, he was one of the first people to create voice over IP, where you're able to talk on a phone through a computer. Really incredible, some of the things that he has been able to do. And we look at our partners. You know, the comp plan genius and co-founder, Alejandro. I'm going to tell you this, guys. Compensation plans inside of our profession, most good companies have good compensation plans. And people always say, well, I got the best compensation plan, or I got the best compensation plan. It never really matters, because if you can't put volume through that compensation plan, it means nothing. Guys, I'm going to tell you, for the first time ever in my career, I'm going to say it, because most of the legitimate companies, their compensations are all about the same. They just pay it out a little bit differently. You know, there's only so much money that can be paid out. Guys, I've never seen anything pay out the way that this compensation pays out. It's not the only reason we got involved with this company, but it's an important reason why we did. And we're really excited about the comp plan. It's absolutely genius. And then Antonio De Rosa, this gentleman used to work for Apple. His fingerprints are all over the Apple, the iPhone 5 or the iPhone 6 and the Apple Watch. He was a designer for them. World-class people we got on our corporate side. And today we've got offices literally all over the world for the growth that we're creating. We've got a AAA rating right now. Pretty cool in the technology space. You know, technology, we always say, you know, technology is great when it works, right? How many times you've been on a phone call and the phone dropped, or you know, your computer crashed, or whatever it may be. Just talking to a friend just yesterday, he was trying to upload a video he needed to do for work yesterday or the day before, and he was all upset at his computer because it wasn't uploading fast enough. And you know, technology is great when it works. We're in the list of the top 100 companies. Here's what I want you to know about this company, guys. When I took a look, I thought the company was only 1.5 to 2 years old. The company is actually 5 years old. They're going into their 6th year. And the company started in Italy, as I mentioned. And today, and when they started in a few countries in Europe. And how this company was founded from friends of ours that are now the global master distributors is they saw this little company and they saw some of the incomes coming out of it, and they didn't recognize any of the names. You know, when you're at the top, highest levels in our profession, everybody knows who you are. And it doesn't matter what company, but people just know who you are. In this day and age with social media and all these different things. And they saw some numbers coming out of this company. They're like, how come I don't know any of these people? Well, she decided to fly into the company, and within 24 hours became the global master distributor of the company, and realized they did all that just in Italy and a few countries in Europe. And they said, wow, Asia's not open. North America's not open. You know, Africa's not, all these places around the world weren't open. And we look at the markets that are the biggest markets for our profession. You know, it's North America and Asia are the biggest markets. So they've started in Asia about 18 months ago, and then back in September, 10 months ago or so, they opened the United States, and then shortly after Canada. And here's what I can tell you already. This is the hottest story inside of our space by far, from a product standpoint and from an income standpoint. There's nothing even close. And there's a lot of people watching. I was watching. Elaine and I were watching. We were watching. And people are going to watch. Some people are going to sit on the sidelines and watch a bit longer, and that's okay. But I'll tell you, people are coming into this company at record numbers because of all these things that we're talking about right now. How about stock? Well, we're a publicly traded company. The parent company is publicly traded. And my friend Mike Sims, he bought some stock back in December, and it was around $4 a share. Call me crazy, guys, but look at the number of this stock right now. It's around 22, 23 bucks right now. That's an impressive growth of any stock today. Really, really impressive when we look at what this company is doing. Again, I always say documentation beats conversation. Nat and Shanita, again, known them since about 2006, been friends for a long time, always top producers at everything they do. But I could tell you what they've done here has just set the industry up on its ear. I'm talking about a business that you can completely do from home. Remember I talked about maybe I didn't say it, but I'm thinking it. I'm thinking that a lot of people don't like doing home parties. They don't like doing weird stuff. They don't like buying all kind of product. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because there isn't. But if you don't have to and you don't want to, and you can text people and you can have them watch videos and get on webinars like this and build a legitimate business, it's incredible. People are flocking to come in here. And I'm going to tell you about some other hoops that you don't have to jump through any longer. So we're in 195 countries right now. Absolutely incredible. More third-party validation, business from home. Look at this, guys. There's two things I pay attention to in our profession every year. I look at the top 100 companies inside of our space and see how that's changing. And I look at the top earners inside of our profession. Well, what you're going to see here are some of the people that are the top earners of every company. I'm talking thousands of companies, the absolute top earners. Well, Chad, Chanita, and Nat Punapracha, who you just saw a picture of, they're earning about $1.2 million per month. Guys, they haven't been in this company 2 years. Can you imagine? They're number 4 in the entire profession. That's going up against companies that are 50 and 60 and 70 years old, multi-billion-dollar companies. We're tiny. I'll tell you guys, we're hoping to close out this year at about 200 million. That's where we're at right now. By the end of 2018, my guess is we'll be about a $500 million company. Shortly after that, we'll be $1 billion. But look at these income. We're number 4, and we're still quite small when you really look at it. You know, my friends and peers, a few years younger than me, they're the story we watched that we were just shaking our heads at. And my wife kept saying, Ivan, you should call them. We should take a look at this. And I'm like, we're good. We're happy. We're good with what we're doing. They're number 8 in the entire profession, earning over $750,000 a month. My sponsor, who will be my sponsor here in seven days from now when we launch, Mr. Mike Sims. Mike is with his company for 10 years, earning over $1 million a year. He walked away from that to do this. And guys, if you look at the number in the bottom right-hand corner, he's already over $1 million a year, back to where he was already. And he's just getting started. He hasn't even put us in the system yet. I'm just so happy for him and the people that we get to work with. So what do we got here? And I think you'll all agree, as far as a company, we got an awesome, rock solid company. Our product, guys, it's winning awards. It's getting all kind of third-party validation, and it's improving people's lives. Trends right now. Guys, this is the trend. Wearable technology is just crazy. Timing, I can't think of a better time other than, 10 months ago when I should have said yes. There's no better time to get involved with this company than right now. And I could tell you, when a new company launches in a new market like North America, there were all kinds of challenges. There was challenges with shipping. There was challenges with they didn't build enough devices to get in. They sold more than they had, and now they've caught up and figured all this stuff. There were language barriers, there were all these things, and they've worked that stuff out for us. So we're coming in where things are working much smoother, and we've got this well-oiled machine that we're just plugging into. The team that we're putting together, I'm so grateful for the people that have come before us and paved the way, and I'm so grateful for you, the people that we're locking arms with and having so much fun together. Guys, we haven't slept in a week. I don't drink coffee. This is a mocha. It's got like hot chocolate and coffee. I got to drink this stuff because I'm running on fumes. I can't sleep right now. We're getting ready to have the biggest run of our lives, and so many of you are getting ready to have the biggest run of your lives, and we're able to condense time frames right now because we're in pre-launch. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. The management team, world-class. Our compensation plan, you may have never seen or studied a compensation plan before, but I can tell you there's nothing like this. There's nothing paying what this company is paying out. So how does it all work? Well, here's how it works. You can become a customer. You can go buy a device for $199, okay? Or you can buy some of our other products. Whatever you want to buy, you can do that. We love our customers. If you're interested in getting involved with the business and building the business, we'd encourage you to buy one of these packages, okay? The first pack is the personal pack. It's $349, and guys, by the way, some of you are in the US, some of you are in Canada, some of you are in other parts of the world. Everything's in US dollars, but we also get paid in US dollars. So the personal pack for $349, it's going to get you a Hilo. It's going to get you the band set, which is really cool, and the germanium plate set for your bands, okay? The second pack is the family pack. For $1349, you're going to get 4 Hilos, and guess what? The more you buy, the more you save, right? And I got to tell you a story. It just reminded me, I saw this joke, I guess it was a movie or something a long time ago, and the guy said, he goes, how much are the oranges? And he goes, the more you buy, the more you get. And he goes, well, just load them on my truck until they're free. And I never forgot that. I just thought that was such a powerful statement. But our family pack, the more you buy, the more you save. But you're going to get 4 Hilos. You're going to get 4 germanium plate set, okay? You're going to get 4 band sets for everyone, and you're going to get the BioZen, okay? Start getting that BioZen on your devices. And then there's the premium pack. For $19.99, you're going to get 6 Hilos, 6 germanium sets, 6 band sets, and 6 BioZen. And you can see the savings, $1,175 savings when you buy it that way. So, and then there's some BioZen packs that you can add. You know, some of these you want to have them for family members, or maybe you're going to want to sell some of these, or whatever you want to do. And there's also another pack for about $450, I believe, where you get a lower amount of extra BioZen that you can add to your pack. So the most popular pack seems to be the family pack. You know, I've got a whole stack, a whole thing here of applications ready to go in the system, and 99% of them are family packs. Probably, you know, 0.5% is premium pack, and another half is personal pack. So we want you to know, you know, if the personal pack is where you want to start, you're absolutely fine starting there and get your business up and running if that's where you're at. If you can get the family pack, that makes the most sense. That's where I'd encourage you to start. All right. Now, I want to talk to you about qualifications. And I probably should go back and let everybody read that statement again at the beginning. But guys, I've never seen anything like this. All the hoops are gone. So what do I mean by that? In my past life, to be qualified, the higher you move up through the compensation plan, the companies want you to have to continue to work. And I guess that's fine, right? There's nothing wrong with work. But sometimes the qualifications are so hard that you got to constantly replace people. Guys, in this plan, and I'm jumping ahead here a little bit, but I want you to know this. You sponsor 2 people. So that's the first step. You get involved in the business, you sponsor 2 people, a person on your left and a person on your right, okay? And then you teach those 2 people to sponsor 2 people. You're now qualified for life. You don't ever have to think about qualifications again, and you can earn as much money as you can believe that you can earn. And I've never seen anything like that. If one of them stopped ordering or quit or whatever, you're still qualified for life. It's the easiest qualification program in the entire profession. And what that really means is the company wants to give you more money, and a lot more money. And that's what they're doing. And if you've never been around this type of business before, you may not understand, but just take my word for it. This is the easiest qualification business ever on planet Earth. It's absolutely incredible. So once you sponsor 2, it opens up the entire comp plan where you can move through the ranks. You're going to get the matching bonus, which is like nothing I've ever seen before. You're going to get the car bonus. You open up to the car bonus, which is like $1,000 a month, and you get to pick the kind of car you want. They have a list of luxury cars you could choose from, the diamond trips. There's just so many wonderful things that happen once you get qualified. Now, this matching bonus. what this does in addition, okay? So in addition to the meat of our compensation plan where you can earn income off of other people's efforts, a lot of other people's efforts, which is what I love, this matching bonus is for developing people. So let me give you an example. If you go out and help somebody earn $10,000 in their team volume commission, and they earn $10,000, the companies, and this is for every single person that you enroll personally, they earn $10,000, they get their $10,000, but the company's going to give you another 10%. They're going to give you another $1,000. If another person you sponsored makes $3,000, 10% of that, you're going to get, what's that, $300. See what I'm saying? Off every single person. It's a matching bonus. If they make $100,000 a year, you're making an extra $10,000 a year. Just if they're making $100,000 a month, you're making an extra $10,000 a month. And guess what? The people that they bring in is your second generation, and you can get another 10% on them. And the people that they bring in, you can get another 5% on them. In depth, these are people that you had nothing to do with introducing them to the business. They're going to send you a matching book. Guys, this is crazy. A lot of companies have matching bonuses, but they match the small part of your compensation plan. Here, they're matching the meat of your compensation plan. I've never seen anything like this before. Our loyalty membership, and this was a big question for me when I looked at this company, and they had me at hello. And I really mean that. They had me at hello. The first thing they told me is, guys, number one, we have a program for our customers where they can get some extra customization of their Helo for $12 a month, okay? It's an App Pro program, $12 per month. Well, you have that for 5 people included in this plan. So my whole family's covered with the App Pro with the loyalty membership. You get the protection plan for your Helo and the Infolio, should you get an Infolio when it comes out. Now check this, guys. This is when I was done. You spend $59. They give you 75 points back, loyalty points. 1 point equals $1. That's $75. So let me get this straight. You pay $59, they give you $75 back. And you use this to buy more products, devices, anything. You can accumulate it. You can gift it. You know, if a friend of mine comes along and says they want to buy a Helo, I can use my points and buy it for them and take the cash. You get these points every month. Unbelievable. There's so much value here. And here's the other big one. Earn an extra 1%. I told you we make 20% in our comp plan, okay? Front end and back end. Maybe I didn't tell you, but I'm telling you now. Make 20% in our comp plan. 20% on what you do and 20% on what your team does. It's just crazy. Here's what I want you to know. There's an extra 1%, and how it works. Each month, they tally up all of your volume, and they take an extra 1%, and they set it aside in a bank account. And at the end of 12 months, they send you a check for that 1% over the course of the year. Hello. So you're telling me for $59, you're giving me, guys, there's so much value here. Now let me take it a step further, and I'm speaking to those of you that are in product companies, and they're all product companies, a lot of amazing product companies. Guys, it's only $59 a month. In my past life, I'm spending somewhere between $600 or $700 a month on a low end to $1,500 a month on products to service my customers, for qualification, for all the stuff that we consume, all that stuff. Here, I don't have to do any of that anymore. It's $59, and that $59 pays me in residual way more than all of those products did. Guys, I am excited. I'm very excited. I've never seen anything like this. And it's so refreshing to know that you're getting all this value for $59. No one's ever going to drop the loyalty membership if they have any kind of clue at all. It just makes it so much simpler for the average person to win. Here's some of our friends that, are just having phenomenal results. Documentation beats conversation, and the results here are just outstanding. Jeremy Roma down in the left-hand corner, he was involved in our company before, and he moved around a little bit the last couple of years trying to figure out what he's supposed to be doing. And I heard that he was driving Uber before he found this company. And don't quote, he's making over 100 or 200,000 a month in less than a year being involved with this company. There's just so many stories. Like, a lot of you can't get your head there of those kind of incomes, but What about 5,000 extra a month, or 2,000 extra a month, or 10, whatever it is. The car plan, guys, a lot of companies have a supercar program for the top people in the company. This is in addition to the other car program. But what they typically do is they will lease you a car or give you a certain amount of money as long as you qualify each month to cover the car payment. So if they lease it, it might be for a year or 2-year lease or whatever it may be. Guys, this company, all those cars you see there, and you see a couple cars that are $500,000 cars, a few cars that are $500,000 cars, the company bought those cars for them and handed them the title. Guys, this is all in less than a year. Unbelievable what this company's doing. And their latest program is this jet program. And you're going to see a lot of the leaders doing this where, within 24 hours, they can book a private jet anytime they want in many parts of the world. And they're flying around and doing all this cool stuff with their teams and for events. It's just cool, over-the-top stuff. So let's recap. Number one, I don't believe there's any real competitors in the space. There's no competition in the direct sales space, period, end of story. And if you look at our product and the advantages we have over competition with the rest of the world, we're way ahead. We're way ahead. And, there's no competition, no joining fee. This is huge. All of our customers, okay, you ever refer somebody to a restaurant or refer somebody to a movie and no one sent you a check, right? Well, in our company, let me back up. Other companies, if you're a customer and you want to refer a friend, they want to buy your product or service, well, you have to become now a distributor. You got to jump through the hoop, pay $49, maybe go through some kind of training or something, and it's just confusing to a customer. They just want to refer their friend, and they got to go through those hoops, and it's an annual fee and these. Well, in this company, guys, if you're a customer and you refer your sister or your brother or your coworker, and they buy it through your site because you're a customer, the company will send you a check, no questions asked. How cool is that? Again, we're getting rid of the hoops, all right? No requalifications. Guys, this is huge. This is huge. I've been doing this for 17 years, and I've always had to requalify every single month. And if I don't requalify, I lose money, right? No chargeback on monthlies. That's huge. No monthly shipping. I've spent, I don't know how much, tens of thousands of dollars on shipping. And it's all a tax write-off, but it's still a cost. And it's certainly a cost to customers, okay? Category creator, I think we'll all agree that this category is unique and cool. 195 countries, that's just awesome. I'm not kidding. I was at the soccer field, and Armand and Vicky, or AJ and Vicky, had me on a phone with a guy in South Africa, and earlier today, Mark had me on the phone with a guy in Sweden. I'm just like, this is just crazy. 195 countries, 21% binary, 600,000 a week. You guys don't even know what that means, but it's just a lot of money that you can make here. The check match pays 10 generations. Diamond trips. So our diamond level is quite easy to get to. And when you hit that diamond level, it opens up the deal for the car bonus and trips and all kind of stuff. We're a publicly traded company, so you can go and check out all the numbers. And guys, unbelievable retention. Even though we're so young, guys, that $59 is so packed with value. The retention is just incredible. So we got something very simple and very lucrative. And before I talk to you about positioning, I've been looking over the last week, and I'm just amazed. And it's not, look, we made a calculated decision to do this. And I shouldn't be surprised because we decided to do this and we knew it was going to be big. But when you start, it's more than affirming. When you start realizing what's happening and how quick it's happening, and you're seeing your friends growing and building their team faster, and they got cool people coming into their business, and everyone's really excited. And I started to just peel back the layers. I'm saying, why is this happening so fast? Yes, we got a great story. Yes, timing. Yes, the company. Yes, we're in pre-launch with our team right now. I'll tell you why. This is fresh. You're not bringing somebody another can of toothpaste. You're not bringing them another shake or hair product. Not that there's anything wrong with those. What I'm saying is people are just like, this is different. This is cool. I could do this. I like this. I want to be on the front end of it. And they're saying yes. They're just saying yes. So positioning, how important is that right now? I gotta say this too before I forget. I mean, we've been texting a 2-minute video, and there's a new one coming out in the next day or two, a new 2-minute, a new 5-minute video. But, you know, Gordy, I saw you write that. Yeah, our friends have made millions and millions and millions of dollars texting the 2-minute video that we have now, which is just phenomenal if you ask me. But I've never been able to send a tool, a marketing tool that's 2 minutes long that captures so many people's interest. I've just not experienced that before, especially if you learn how to do it properly. Guys, we build this whole business by texting or Facebooking a message where they watch a video about our product, not our business. We're leading with the product. They like the product. We have them watch another video or two if they want, and then we invite them on a webinar like this. And guess what? I'd say 99%, almost 100% of the people that come onto this webinar or these webinars, not because I'm doing it, I'm just learning how to do this. People that come onto these webinars, they're coming into the business. They're like, I want to be part of this. They don't want to do home meetings. They want to be part of something new and different. You know, they want to be able to do this from online, from home, from their camper, driving in their car, while they're traveling, at their lunch break. Guys, it's just, it compresses time frames for people. So is positioning important? I'll just tell you a true story. My friends Chad and Natita, they're awesome. We've worked together for a lot of years. Had I said yes 10 months ago, where would we be today? I might not be doing this webinar right now, right? Mike Sims, when he first called in February, you know how many leaders have come into his business that are making crazy money that would be in my business? This is the same thing that's happening for you right now. There's going to be some people that are going to come in the business after. Once you lock in your spot, you're in. And then the rest of the people have to go underneath you, and you get to benefit from that. So I can tell you there's going to be some people that are looking at the business and the timing's not right. They're going to come in months later. That's fine. It's still a great opportunity. But what we're doing right now in pre-launch, it's awesome. It's the story. It's having confidential conversations about pre-launch and launching something on the 8th, where we're going to have a big celebration on the 8th around the world as we launch as a team and kick this thing off, improving people's lives. And that's why we do this. We do this. Yes, the lifestyle. Yes, the ability to have choices every day and to get up and live each day how we choose. Yes, the financial side. Yes, all that stuff. But we do it because we love seeing other people light up. We love seeing other people take control of their lives. And we believed the reason why we were willing to look, the reason why we're willing to make a transition is because we believe that we can help a lot more people here than we can anywhere else in the world. And that's why we're so excited right now about what we're doing. So guys, let me see if I can stop this screen share for a second and just talk at you real quick. Are you guys excited about this? Is anyone else like, yeah, right? I'm going to see if I can even unmute you all. Let me just try that. I won't, well, maybe I'll try to unmute. Let's just see, just for fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that somebody thought enough of you to invite you here this evening. I hope my energy is coming across as, number one, sincere. What you see is what you get. But I hope my energy is coming across in a way that, you know what? This might be you know, and I look and I hear different languages. I see my buddy Phil. I see Grant and Ainsley. I see Ty. I see Michelle. I see Gord. I just see so many wonderful people. Some friends from the past. I see Pat. Some friends from the future. And we're just putting together this awesome team of people that are going to go out and do amazing things. So here's what I'll tell you in closing. There's going to be another webinar like this at the top of the hour. If you know somebody that needs to see this, invite them on to the next webinar. I encourage you to get back to the person that invited you and lock in your position, and I look forward to working with you. I look forward to partnering with you, and I look forward to launching this business with you. Take care, everybody, and God bless. Good night.
Thanks, Ivan.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Michelle.
Michelle.